we have hope that there is a possibility of finding like a water world.
Forget about building a life on Mars. Our universe is full of super-habitable planets that have a better chance at hosting life than our very own Earth. Until very recently, scientists were fixated on exploring Mars to find us a second home. Yet, after some major breakthroughs in 2022, NASA is discovering other habitable planets that can beat Earth at its own game. These planets aren't just rocky surfaces with thick blankets of atmosphere. Nope, far from it. The exoplanets in the habitable zone are our first discoveries of the ocean worlds as well. Join us as we explore the planets that are habitable, other than the Earth. Do habitable planets resemble Earth? Think about it for a second. Growing up, we've been encoded to think about Earth as the most suitable planet to host life, with the sun being its primary source of energy. Now, scientists are challenging this notion with more robust data on other planetary systems that promise some traces of liquid water. As a broad category, planets that are much bigger, better, and more suited for biology than Earth are called super-habitable planets. While the existence of a super-habitable world was already a thing in theory and some alien fiction, we are now assessing these planets in real time. Previously, scientists were obsessed with finding a mirror image of the planet Earth in other systems in the universe. The long-held belief that Earth offers near-perfect conditions to host life prevented us from analyzing other exobiological territories. Habitable planets don't necessarily have to be an exact replication of Earth's conditions that support life. And we don't exactly need a star as big as the Sun to create new life on other planets with unprecedented potential. As it stands today, scientists believe that finding a spitting image of Earth in other habitable planets is perhaps too geocentric and anthropocentric. And not so surprisingly, such a nerve-wracking understanding of the universe also comes with some hard-hitting facts about the Sun as well. Believe it or not, our Sun, a yellow dwarf, isn't the most perfect cosmological body to support life in our Milky Way. In fact, statistically speaking, it's pretty spectacular that our life is built around the Sun, mainly because yellow dwarfs aren't common in our Milky Way at all. Our galaxy is heavily dominated by the orange dwarfs that are far older than the Sun itself. These stars have a lifetime of 20 to 70 billion years, while the Sun has an estimated age of 10 billion years only. This fact alone shows us that the orange dwarfs have had more time to develop complex life and biodiversity on the planets within their habitable stream. Planets LP899b and LP899c. So it wasn't surprising at all when scientists from NASA discovered not one but two exoplanets that are super-Earths. That terminology alone makes those planets mightier and bigger than the Earth itself. Back in 2022, NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite stumbled upon many planets in the habitable zones of several parent stars outside our solar system. Now scientists discover super-Earths all the time. Honestly, in our age of discovery and space exploration, it's not a big deal. As of now, we have listed around 1,600 exoplanets that are bigger than Earth, but lighter than icy worlds of Saturn and Uranus. Not to mention, 24 of those 1,600 exoplanets are just not super-Earths, they're also super-habitable in theory, at least. So far, space agencies like NASA are trying to look at those planets up close. This is why the discovery of two super-Earths called LP899b and LP899c is particularly exciting for one special reason. These planets pose a promising potential for life, and scientists have the right equipment to study them more intricately. Thanks to NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite and the ideal positioning of these planets, scientists actually have some promising data to kickstart their discovery missions on these super-habitable worlds. Planet LP899b is almost 30% bigger than the Earth and takes 2.7 days to orbit its Sun, and that tidbit of information is pretty useful because the planet's mass alone makes it a decent contender to support life within itself. To put into perspective, this exoplanet is heavier than 13.2 Earths. What really helped the scientists in this case was the trajectory of planet LP899b, opened newer horizons for other super-habitable planets. That's when scientists discovered another planet, called LP899c, and this is where things get a bit more exciting for the planetary scientists. This planet is a more sophisticated super-Earth, as it stands 40% bigger than our home. It takes almost 8.5 days to orbit its sun though, but that doesn't matter, not in retrospect at least. Here's the thing. Earth is 93 million miles away from our Sun, and that distance is monumental in making our planet suitable for life. Even a small change in this trajectory could have faltered the Earth as a habitable planet. Imagine if we were closer to the Sun or further away from it. Our chances of living through the optimal temperature would have been pretty slim. Yet planet LP 899c is only 3.5 million miles away from its parent star, and despite this close distance, the planet has a habitability that could only rival Earth. Fascinating, right? Francisco Pozuelos, an astrophysicist for the Institute of Astrophysics of Andalusia, has been studying these super-habitable exoplanets for years now, and he has a great deal of explanation for why planet LP 899c can support life, despite its unusual distance from its parent star. In his own words, although this planet orbits very close to its star at a distance of about 10 times shorter than that of Mercury around our Sun, the amount of stellar irradiation it receives is still low and could allow the presence of liquid water on the planet's surface, provided it has a sufficient atmosphere. So there you have it. Certain parent stars are smaller and cooler than the Sun, and they have a promising capacity to support exobiology and possibly human forms of life. An ocean world. Speaking of which, NASA was also able to make another amazing breakthrough in its study of exoplanets. And in the process, the space agency was able to confirm another theoretical notion that has both confused and fascinated planetary scientists. We're of course talking about the ocean planets that also pose a great deal of exobiological presence. In August 2022, the space agency was left completely dumbfounded when it stumbled upon a massive super-Earth called the planet TOI 1452b. And if scientists are right about their scientific models, soon enough we'd be exploring alternative life in our universe. That too, just 100 light-years away from our current home. Planet TOI 1452b is 70% larger than Earth, and its density is consistent with the presence of an oceanic world beneath its surface. There's a long way to go as of now, but so far scientists are pretty optimistic about their models. And if NASA is right about its data, this oceanic world would show us the new depths of exobiological existence, both literally and metaphorically. You see, even though Earth's surface is 70% water, the oceanic portion only makes up 1% of the planet's mass. However, this isn't the case with planet TOI 1452b. On the contrary, the exoplanet's water makes up 30% of its total mass. Yep, if we need any robust proof for the existence of complex biodiversity and exobiological life, this is it. NASA is looking forward to running more tests on the planet to further check out any possibilities for habitability, and in that pursuit the James Webb Space Telescope would come in pretty handy. In fact, the positioning of planet TOI 1452b makes it ideal to be further investigated by the sophisticated telescope. Plus, it's only 100 light-years away from Earth, which might seem a lot in astronomical terms, but the planet is essentially our neighbor. So as it stands today, we'd be learning more about the ocean world real soon. It's only a matter of time, actually. Since the planet is observable 24/7, the space agency has a plethora of time to analyze the planet's atmosphere and the extent of its oceanic territory. What's really important is that NASA has also made similar strides with another exoplanet that was discovered in January 2023. After its transiting exoplanet survey satellite discovered a range of habitable planets in the TOI zone, scientists were hopeful for discovering even more promising super-Earths. And you can only imagine their surprise when they stumbled upon another Earth-sized world, TOI 700e, in an ideal habitable zone. This particular trajectory in the universe is an ideal distance from its parent star, which indicates the existence of liquid water. Since the planet is 95% of Earth's size and also has a rocky surface, its resemblance to our home turf is pretty uncanny. There you go then. Next time you think about the potentiality of life anywhere that's not on Earth, allow yourself to hope for a better world. Because as it stands today, that's a real possibility that we can't miss out on. Found the video fascinating? Give us a like and subscribe to our channel.